Hi, my name's Suzina and I'm going to take you through a series of seated or chair-based stretches. Now it's always important before we stretch that we're thoroughly warmed up. So I'm not going to go through the warm-up. I want you to make sure that each time you do these exercises you've warmed up with some nice big active movements before doing the stretching. Now stretches make us more flexible, more supple, and they should be done daily. But like I say, always after you've warmed up. So hopefully you've gone away and warmed up. If not, pause this video, go do 5 minutes of warming up and come back again. And we're going to start with just some gentle neck stretches. So you're going to sit at the back of your chair, arms relaxed, chin stays parallel to the floor, and you're just going to look to the right, keeping the chin parallel to the floor, not twisting the body, just the head, and feeling your neck stretch. Now it's always important that we ease into and out of these stretches. We don't want any sudden movements on any of them, so that we can listen to our body, we can think about what the body's feeling. Now gently bring it round to the centre. Keep that chin parallel to the floor still, and then ease it round gently to the other side. One side of the neck may be tighter than the other. Generally one side of our body is stronger and tighter than the other, because everyday activities work the body differently on each side. Then gently round to the centre. Now we're going to do a chest stretch. So you're going to take out the arms nice and wide and feel it across the biceps, the front of the shoulder and the chest, like you're getting ready to give someone a great big hug. So really pulling those arms back, opens up the diaphragm so you can take some nice deep breaths. Now the benefit of stretching is that we can take the muscles for a bigger range of movement. We've got greater range of motion. It also can help to prevent cramp. And it can stop aches and pains. When our muscles are tight, either that muscle can hurt or we can get referred pain and stiffness in other muscles, other parts of the body as well. Now ease out of that. Like I said, we always ease into and out of the stretches. Now we're going to stretch across the upper back where we carry lots of tension in our neck, our shoulders, our back. So interlock the fingers and pull the shoulder blades apart. So you're going to give a little pull on the fingers. Don't actually let them come apart, but it's pulling the elbows apart and widening the shoulder blades. So we can fill this up in our upper back, in between those shoulder blades. Now make sure you're breathing nice and evenly. When we hold a position, it's often tempting to hold our breath, but we want to get that oxygen in to help relax those muscles. So breathing nice and evenly as we do it. And don't forget, you can pull on the fingers and then relax it when you need to and go back into it. Okay, we're going to stretch out the shoulder. So we're going to take our right arm out in front, reach across as though you were reaching for a seat belt. You can't quite reach, so get the other hand, give it a bit of support and ease it across until you feel the stretch in that shoulder. So it shouldn't hurt, but it should be stretching. So we're not twisting our body, we're just pulling the arm, closing the gap between the arm and the chest. Then just hold it there, give it time to relax. And then as the muscle relaxes, see if you can bring it in a bit closer to you. Now ease out of it. Take the other arm out, reach across. Make sure it's at shoulder height. You don't want to end up strangling yourself. You want that arm to stay at shoulder height. So you're just easing it across there. And then see if you can take it a little bit further. And then gently come out of that stretch. Now we're going to place our right hand to our right shoulder, support it from underneath, and our fingers are walking down our back. If need be, sit forward on your chair a little bit. And you're trying to walk your fingers as far down your spine as you can. Now if you're quite flexible, you could possibly take this from above and hold on to the elbow. So try to get that arm up towards your ear if you can. You may be a long way off from there at the moment, but each day that you stretch, you'll hopefully just get that millimetre closer each time until eventually you can get your arm up here. So see if the fingers will go down your back a wee bit more. Now the arm that's up, you're going to straighten up towards the ceiling. Hold the side of the chair. Now make sure your back's not touching the backrest. Up nice and tall and reach up and slightly across. We don't want this side to collapse. We're still keeping the body lengthened, so it's up and slightly across and pulling that arm over to get a nice stretch down our side. If that's too much on your shoulder, you can do the lean across and leave the arm down. It still gives you a stretch down the side. This just adds a bit more to that stretch. You'll feel it through your lats, these big back muscles here a bit more. Now ease out of it, so the arm on the chair can help straighten you up. Bring it down, give it a little shake because your hand's been over your head. You just want the blood and the circulation to go back to your fingertips. So then it's left hand to the left shoulder, fingers walk down our back. Get that stretch. Like I say, if you're flexible enough, take it from above, hold it there. So you can get it a bit further down your back. One will probably go down further than the other. We're usually more flexible in one shoulder than the other, which makes it easier to get one down the back more. Then take it a little bit further if you can. Okay, the one that's down our back, remember that's the one that we're straightening. Hold the side of the chair, reach tall and slightly across. Use this hand to make sure you don't go too far across. You want to make sure your bottom's firmly on the seat. Reach that arm across a bit more without collapsing the body. And then ease yourself out. If you need to, you can always support that with the other hand as you bring it down. Give it a little shake out, get the circulation back to the fingertips. Okay, we're going to do a trunk twist. Now, if you've got osteoporosis, always make sure you don't twist too far or bend forward too much on stretches. Now, if you need to sit at the back, you may have your hands across your chest and just do a small trunk twist. If you want a bigger stretch, come forward on the chair. Make sure your knees are over your ankles so you're safe on the chair. Put your right hand to the back of the chair and your left hand outside your right knee. Now we're going to make sure we don't drop that leg in, but we lift the chest and ease ourselves around. So gently around, listen to your body. Think about how your back's feeling. It should have a stretch, but it shouldn't be pain. And then when you feel the point of stretching, just hold it there and let it relax into it. And then as it eases off, see if you can go a bit further. And when it goes slightly more, like I said, if you've got osteoporosis, err on the side of caution of not twisting too far. Now ease yourself out gently. Gently, gently, gently. And then onto the other side. Hand back, hand outside the knee, chest up. Ease yourself round. You may get round further one side than the other. And you might get a few pops and cracks out of your back. As long as there's no pain with it, then don't be alarmed. It's just either little pockets of air pop in, it's your spine realigning. Sometimes our tendons are out of line, just get little pops as things go back into place. Then ease round a little bit deeper into it if you can. Enjoy that stretch across the lower back. and then ease round to the centre nice and gently. Now we're going to stretch our erector spinae muscle. It runs right down each side of our spine, holds our spine up. You're going to put your hands on your knees and then just flop into a little C shape. Let the chin drop towards the chest. Just flop into a C shape. Now we don't want to force it, and like I said, go very careful if you've got osteoporosis. Just stretch through the back and just hold it there. Now ease out of it gently. Next we're going to do a hamstring stretch. Now our hamstring is at the back of our thigh, so we need to come forward on the chair so that we can straighten one leg. Our hands go one on top of the other on the bent leg, chest up, and then easing ourselves forwards until we feel the back of the thigh, the back of the straight leg stretching. So use these hands to support your back. Press into that leg, so it takes all the strain out the lower back, but we get that nice stretch in the back of the thigh. And the more we sit, the tighter these muscles get. So it's really important to stretch them out. They spend a lot of time bent, so it's nice to lengthen them through. Otherwise they pull down on our pelvis and can make our back very sore and tight as well. Now go a little bit deeper if you can. So remember, we lean from the hips, not the waist. Trying to get a little bit deeper into it. And then ease yourself up. Bring the foot in. Take the other leg out. Move the hands to the bent leg. Chest up. Ease yourself forwards. Feeling it lengthen through that hamstring. Take those nice deep breaths. So you can take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, it's always nice just to go that little bit deeper into a stretch. Then ease out of it gently, so you can use your hands on your leg just to ease you up and bring it in. Now we're going to stretch the calf, the lower leg. So we take that leg out straight and pulling our toes up towards our knee to stretch through the lower leg. So we want to sit really tall, shoulders over our hips. If we slouch, we don't get as good a stretch. So it's really important we keep the posture on this as well. So really pulling the toes up. If you want more stretch, push the chest forward a wee bit so you lean from the hips and it stretches right through that nerve that runs right through our body. So sometimes you think, oh, I can really feel that. You're getting that neurological stretch. You're getting the stretch through the nerves as well as the muscles. Keep those toes up. And then gently ease out of that. And then go the other way, just point the toes. We're going to stretch the shin muscle, the tibialis. So be careful not to screw your toes out. If you're screwing your toes out, you might give yourself cramp. So just pointing the toes. Take those nice deep breaths, just relax into it. And then bring it in. Swap to the other leg. So take that leg out, pulling the toes up, pushing the heel away. So think of the posture, shoulders over our hips, hands encouraging us to sit up nice and tall. Keep pulling those toes up. And then push the chest forward if you want a little bit more stretch. Now ease out of it gently and then just point your toes. Feel it down the front of the lower leg. Feel the shin stretching. And if it eases off, see if you can get the toes forward a bit more. So stretching can be done every day. In fact, it's best if it's done every day, if you can. And you don't necessarily have to spend 20 minutes doing it like we're doing here. You may just pick 5 minutes and pick the tightest muscles and vary it each day which ones you're doing. Or do it through the day. You don't have to do 20 minutes in one go. You could do a few minutes here and there through the day. Whenever you're nice and warm, do a few stretches. Now ease out of that and bring it in. We're going to stretch our forearms, so you can sit at the back of the chair for this. Make sure your back's supported. We're going to take our hands out in a prayer position and relaxing our shoulders down away from our ears. So you can get the palms together, so it's not a triangle, you're getting the hands flat together, lifting the elbows but not lifting the shoulders. It's really tempting to end up wanting to do that and shrug your shoulders up. But we're going to press those palms together and feel it stretching in the underneath of our forearm there. So keep those shoulders down, don't let them sneak up without realising. Now gently tip the fingers forward, still keeping those shoulders down, tip the fingers forward, but trying to keep the heel of the hand together. Keep those palms together. Don't let them come apart, otherwise you'll lose that stretch. And then gently ease back out of that. And then we're just going to finish with stretching the forearm at the front there, on the top of the forearm. So you're going to take one hand out, just drop the fingers towards the floor. The arm is out nice and straight. We don't want to bend the arm, it's out nice and straight. And then just hold the back of the hand if you need more stretch and ease that hand back. Don't force it, but ease it. Remember, ease in and out of these stretches, no sudden movements. Now ease gently out of that other hand. Drop the fingers down. Hold the back of the hand if you want more stretch. Feel it here. So if you've been holding, say, a heavy bag of shopping, you may find your forearms are tight from gripping. Sometimes you don't realise just how much you're hanging on to it. If you've been doing some weight training, you may have been gripping your weights too tight and find the forearms tight. And then ease out of it. Just give the fingers a wriggle. Give the arms a little shake out. Give the feet a little march out. Brilliant. So hopefully you feel a bit more supple, you feel more flexible. So even if you find those difficult now, doing a little bit each day, you'll find you gradually get more and more flexible as you go along. So always remember, warm up before you do your stretches, then your muscles are much more pliable, you can take them much further. Hopefully you'll soon start feeling the benefit.